Have you ever said something that made you really think, like, did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Am I going by the right thing? Is what I'm talking about something that is real, or am I just talking? Something that I'm doing real, or is it me just talking? Something that you're thinking about, is it there, or is it something that you don't have no sense on? And something that I just realized that I said something the other day that I just said it kind of just saying it because it was something inspired to just say it. But then today, I've come to realize it's like I find information backing what I'm saying based on the Bible that I'm reading, and it just really put a lot of thought in me. My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. I was born July 4th of 1986, and today I'm going to talk about a Bible verse that I really started reading. Hey, Oreo, hold on. A Bible verse that I really started reading that really put a lot of thought in me, because something that I said the other day about the whole rapture and the whole the God coming and Jesus coming and everyone like, what you doing? What you doing? Why are you like waiting, wishing, hoping, and praying for that? Because that's something that's the last of it. And I want to read something right up front, right away. And it's in a book that I never had really much experience with until today. And that's the book of Amos. It's a very interesting book title because I knew a boy named Amos back in the days, and it's a very interesting boy that I still think about to today from back in elementary school. That it was a very interesting, really interesting boy, and I just could never let him go. And this book now gave to me something today that I got to read. We're in the let me get this correct here. Amos in the 5th chapter, down to the 18th verse. So I'm going to read a pinch here. I'm going to do the best that I can. Woe to you who long for the day of the Lord. Why do you long for the day of the Lord? That day will be darkness, not light. It will be as though a man fled from a lion only to meet a bear, as though he entered his house and rested his head on a wall, only to have a snake bite him. Will not the day of the Lord be darkness, not light, pitch dark, without a ray of brightness? I despise your religious festivals. Your assemblies are a stench to me. Even though you bring me burnt offerings and grain offerings, I will not accept them. Though you bring choice fellowship offerings, I will have no regard for them. Away with the noise of your songs. I will not listen to the music of your harps, but let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never failing stream. I'm just going to stop right there. That's enough to just talk a little bit about what it is that's going on there that really put a lot of thought in me on the inspiration of that video that I had to post about why y'all waiting for this rapture to come, because it's not a day of greatness. It's not a day of absolute blessing. It's not a day of finally being able to figure out what is and what isn't. Hey, Oreo, we're not playing with him today. Sorry, give me 1 second on this one. This is an extra here. Extra distraction. Oh, let's get down. And down. The rapture is not going to be in the day that Jesus comes back. It's not going to be a day that in this that I just read as well. A day of, like, say we just had Easter, where people would say Easter is something of a biblical thing when it's not. And it's not in any sort of way. And it's not something that if you believe in the Bible, it's something that you should try to stay away from. The festivals that are against what God is preaching and who God is and what he's all about in a way. And it's something that a lot of us really need to get a better understanding of, knowing what it is when God's going to come back. Because it's a beautiful thing when he uses animals, because I don't know what it is, but I just greatly appreciate it when I hear the analogies and the talks about the different animals and just seeing us as human beings. When he's talking about the day that he comes, it's like you're running from a lion. And you're like, aha, I'm getting away from him, only to find yourself next to a bear that in reality is more intelligent and more able to destroy you than any lion can. A lion's going to go so far, but a bear's going to go all the way in. He's going to go to the end of the ends. And he's going to be able to put a good plan together on how to be able to get you. And you know what's crazy? A lion by themselves, for instance, he didn't say lionesses or a group or nothing. He just said one. One is not nearly as effective as a group of them. Compared to one bear is all it takes to just devour you and just destroy you. And it's something that's very powerful, knowing that you're running from something that you think you're scared of it, But I'm telling you, you're not going to be nowhere scared of where you're about to head to, with what's about to come to you, with when Jesus comes back. And that's something that I think a lot of us should really take a good hard look at what we're doing and what we're thinking and what we're saying and what we're trying to put out to the world. Because you don't want to leave something that you have at least a chance to be able to get through and to be able to get by. You at least have a chance here. You at least have a chance right now. You have the option, the availability to be able to better yourself, to get more clear with yourself, to be able to build a better relationship with Jesus, to be able to get yourself into being in a more calm, relaxed place. But once Jesus comes, you're now headed to that bear, that now you basically no more have a chance. It's done. It's finished. The bear's going to get you. It's going to take you out. It's going to be able to put a very strategic plan together and be able to get you. And you don't want to end up in that situation that now you no longer have a chance. Now, at least you have a way to be able to figure out, can I hide here? Can I get here? Can I do this? When you come to the bear, there's no more hiding. It's looking for you. It's going to find you. It's going to track you down, and it's going to be able to figure out exactly where you are, and you're not going to be able to get away. You're not going to be able to get any rest. At least with the lion, you can run, you can do something, you can find a place to hide and to get some rest, to be able to get yourself back together. But with that bear, you're going nowhere. And the same thing when it comes down to when he's communicating about the snake. It's like going home, laying on a wall. So you're standing up, sleeping, only for something to come to just take your life while you're sleeping. And that's dangerous. At least while you're awake, before you go to sleep, before you go back home, at least you have the chance to be able to get right, to be able to do right, to be able to say to somebody, anyone, like, hey, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have did that. Let me do something to be able to, I can't make it up, but let me show you that I'm not going to be about that anymore. You at least have time right now to be able to do that. But later on, you're not going to be able to have none of those times. At least right now, we have this beautiful sun that I can be able to stand out here and be able to look at all this. And the sun is the source of life and reality on this planet. Oreo down. It's the source of the life. You good, Johnny? And it's the source of being able to make sure that we can continue to keep going. And there's going to come a time in a day that's gone. And when that's gone, there's going to be no sun. It's cold. And it's going to freeze. And everything is just going to just be gone and be done within minutes. Because nothing's going to be able to survive. No animals are going to be able to survive. No vegetation is going to be able to survive. Everything is going to start to perish instantaneously. And it's something that you got to think about. Because when something starts to dissipate instantaneously, that means that we as a people are going to have that exact same thing happen to us, because we no longer going to be able to have anything to sustain us. So you're going to be going off of just what you have, and that's the end of it. You're not going to have no food source to go back to. You're not going to have a food source that you're going to be able to, like me out here, where I'm just not wanting to process it all just in case. So what if the electric and this, I'm just in addition, just in case. At least I have them alive, so that if the freezers and electric and something goes bad, at least I have an overabundance that I can still just be able to pick and choose from a day-to-day basis. Or is it going to taste a premium and be the best? No. But is it going to be something to be able to fulfill me and to be able to help you out in a time of when something's going on? Heck yeah, we're going to be eating good that we can still keep on working from. But when the sun goes away and the darkness comes, this wouldn't survive. That nothing's going to survive. And that's something that is, I want to be right now. I want to be right with everything now. I want to be right with myself now. I want to understand who Jesus is now. I don't want to try to push it off to the side and wait till later when he comes back to just say, hey, here I am. Because when he comes back, it's going to be destruction. And some people just don't quite get that. But for me, it's weird that I just understand that he built this with just such amaze. And he's got to come back with such destruction to create that amaze again. And to us as human beings, it's not for us to even question, why would you destroy what you made? It's for us as human beings to understand that we're not going to be destroyed if we listen and pray to and appreciate what created us. And because that's what's in control. We're not in control out here. Man, all y'all chickens come and hang out with me right now. And I greatly appreciate that. We don't control this. Is the way that I'm looking at this right here with these chickens that are all coming up to me and just hanging out, like this is how we need to appreciate who Jesus is. The animals are for us to be able to work with. God is for us to be able to work with. And that's a beautiful thing that I see with everything out here. That these guys are going to do all they can to be nice and sweet to me now. Knowing the sweeter they are, I can't eat them right now because they so nice. But if something happens and I have to, then I will. But I want to be good now. I want to have a great relationship now. I want to be able to get through my addictions and my problems and my issues now. I don't want to do it later. because I won't be able to have the chance later. At least right now, I have a chance while I'm running and sprinting and trying to get through all this drama and get through all this pain and get through all this agony. But later on, I'm not going to be able to have that chance. I'm just going to be stuck. I'm going to be in a position that I'm no longer able to get right. And I want to get right now. And that's something that I want more and more people to be able to be a part of and be able to have, is to be able to get right now and stop trying to wait to some day that God's going to take you away and you're going to be good to go. No, you need to be right now. If you want to be taken away right now, and if you're just crying and pleading and begging and praying to be taken right now, I'm telling you, you need God more than anything else right now, right this second. You need him right now. You're not going to be able to just wait and let it sit down and just let it just sit there, and then one day it's just bam, here it is. There you go. We're just getting taken away. You need him now. And he's asking and he's pleading, he's begging for you right now. He's saying this is your chance. You're not going to get a chance in reality later on. You're not. You're just not. And it's just the way that it is. And we want to make sure that we're doing steps and we're doing what it is that we need to do to be able to make sure that we're headed to the right place and we're not headed to destruction. Headed to destruction is just giving up on life. It's just saying, you know what, this is just too hard. I don't want to do it. It's hard for all of us. It's something that I said the other day that really got in me about the whole thing of, what is that? I forget what you call it. I'll think of it in a second. But the concept that we all have problems. That someone looks at me and they look at my color and they say that, oh, privilege. We all have different things of privilege, and we all have things that we struggle with. All of us equally. Just because you're black doesn't mean that you have more problems than someone who's white. Just because you're Mexican doesn't mean you have less problems than someone who's Hindu. We all have the same, Indian. We all have, or the Hindu religion, pretty much all Indians are that. We all have the same problems. We all have the same issues. And we can't just keep running away from it. We can't try to say that they have more issues or I have more issues or they have less issues. We all have the same problems. We all have the same situation going on with us that is of an equal balance. And we really need to understand that and start to just realize that we have to do what we have to do to be able to get ourselves in a better place now. And you want to start working upon that. You don't want to get taken away. You don't want to leave this place. This place is absolute luxury. This place is absolute blessing. This place is absolutely magical. This place is so wonderful that I some days when I wake up and I'm looking around, I can't put it into words. That I just start mumbling and fumbling in my own thinking with like how amazing it is to do this. How amazing it is the places that I go. Like today, the place that I went to and what I was able to experience and be able to do. I've been there 100 times, probably 200-300 times by now. But every time I go, it's something different because I can see something different because the life and the growth cycles of everything around is always different. The trees grow back differently every year, every time. The grass is always different. The way everything looks and how the water moves and new streams that are built, it's always different. So if it's raining a lot, we got new stuff that shows up. If it's dry, we got new stuff that shows up. It's always different. So it's always just something that's just constantly changing. And it's something that we should be doing ourselves as well. We shouldn't be staying stagnant with saying, I just give up and just rapture, please come take me. Please, God, please come take me. No, that's not the way that we live. We need to keep on going. We need to keep on fighting. We need to keep on struggling. We need to keep on challenging. We need to keep on realizing that this isn't just some beautiful luxury. Sometimes I sit and I think like being in the United States of America, I'm blessed over someone else who's born somewhere else. But in reality, no, we are all just as equal with what we have. It doesn't matter where you are. Being here isn't the best of the best. And people come here and they realize that. And people that come here, migrate here and start to have children here, and their children show them and do it, they realize it's not some easy cakewalk for us to just do what we do. And where I am, someone else may say, oh, I've got this and I've got that, and it's easy, it's a luxury, but I don't think you understand what you have and where you are and what you're able to do and what you're actually able to be able to pursue. The same way that I have, that what you do, I want to do, but what I do, you want to do. And we need to just stop even looking at each other like that, because that's the whole concept of, I think it's the 10th commandment, of coveting your neighbor. Stop worrying about what you see with mine and thinking that I've got the best, I've got it all. No, I'm struggling with certain things that you flourish in. And I look at you and just say, oh, wow, that's beautiful. And it's something that more and more of us should start to really understand, because we need now to start understanding better and make better choices, knowing that we can't just give up. We can't just quit. We can't just say, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure. I don't know where to go. I can't make it happen. We can't do that. Because even me, I sometimes get in myself of just, I don't want to do that. Let me try something else new. Let me try this over here new. Instead of just focusing and just doing it, getting it done, just saying, this is just what I'm all about. This is just it. This is all that I care to even want to do. Just because it's not going the way that I want it to go and the way that I see someone else doing it and so, the way that it's going with them, doesn't mean that I should just give up and quit. Just means that my path that I'm doing is the way it is. And just because I see with someone else and they look like they're just fantastic and growing and doing so great, doesn't mean that what they're doing is actually working. Doesn't mean that what they're doing, they actually even enjoy it. Because at least I enjoy what I do. I'm greatly appreciative of what I'm able to do. The numbers may not add up to make sense to the other person who's doing so much more. But at least at the end of the day, I'm like, man, I did something today that person just looked at and said, wow, that is spectacular, man. I didn't just do some mediocre stuff, some simple things. No, I did something that was just extremely different, just so far different that he's never seen such a thing before in his face and live in person. Maybe on TV somewhere he saw something, but he saw something with his stuff that he's like, no, you're not gonna be able to do that. And then I do it. Like that to me is great. But the numbers don't add up to what I see out there. And that's the same thing I want you to understand with yourself, especially if you're doing something that you enjoy. You really should and it could put a smile on someone's face. You really should just appreciate the fact that you're able to do that, even if it's just once here and there, once a month even. Just appreciate that and love that and cherish that to be able to help another person out. And with that, man, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for today to be able to have what I have and be able to do what I do. That I know I don't have it all and I don't have the most. And I don't have the best, and everything isn't just so perfect. That I have struggles, I have challenges, I have issues, I have drama. I have all of that. It's not just some perfect day for me every single day, and everything is just so awesome and so amazing, and I don't have any sort of struggle in any sort of way. No, I got struggles every single day. And some people look at me and they hear me talk and they get a little glimpse of what I have around and what I'm doing, and they're just, oh, this guy's just so perfect. He just got it all, and I'm so thankful to know that I don't have it all, and I don't have it all together, and I don't have all the answers, and I don't have everything that's just so perfect and I got to figure it out. I don't, and I'm so blessed to be able to be in a position like that because I know that I'm a human and I'm not perfect. And the more that I know that I'm not perfect, the more that you should also know that you're not perfect. And then just go ahead and just put it out there and just do it and make it happen. Start doing what it is that you want to do and stop worrying about what someone's going to think or say or be about it. Just start to make it happen. And I'm so thankful. And I just want to say thank you like 1,000 times today to God for the opportunity that I'm able to have and the people that he brings to me and the people that he's able to just continuously put right in my face and just put them right close to me to just be able to say something to me, to be able to get me to relax and calm down about certain little things about myself that I don't know. That's something that I do love the most about being able to have God to pray to and Jesus to understand and be able to work with. Because when I start to get a little weary, I guess, that he could bring a human being to me to say something and just say, Mark, we're good. Man, I just want to say thank you.